Did you eat breakfast today? I bet a couple of you said no, which is not surprising considering that nearly a quarter of Americans skip breakfast on a daily basis, leaving them sluggish, tired, and unable to focus at school and work. But thankfully today, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to make sure you never miss a morning meal again. I also used to be one of those people that thought that breakfast made no difference, so I would skip it on a daily basis. But after years of noticing that I was super tired and not able to focus, I realized that something had to change. And so now my energy levels are way up and I feel so much more alert. Everyone can benefit from having a clearer and sharper mind, and you're going to be able to pass down these recipes and what I've teach you today onto your friends and family too. So there's a couple of things that we're going to go over today. First thing is going to be the materials that you're going to need to make the overnight oats. Next, we're going to go over how to make the oats. And last thing we're going to go over is the amount of time needed and storage. So thankfully, this breakfast is fairly inexpensive. You just need some oats, which come in a really big jar like this. Old-fashioned oats are my favorite ones to use for overnight oats. You're going to need a small jar or container. Glass or plastic is fine. I have a little plastic one right here that I'm going to be putting it in. Any type of berries, toppings of your choice. I'm going to go with some blueberries and some strawberries today, and some chia seeds as well. Water or milk, and any type of sweetener that you want, either agave, honey, or any type of sugar. Now that I've gone over that, let's get started with the actual demonstration. So first thing, like I said, you're going to need is a container with a lid, preferably. A measuring cup as well, and your oats to start. So I'm going to go with 1/4 of a cup. You can also do 1/4, 2/3, 1/2, however much you feel is going to fill you up. But I'm going to go with 1/4 because my container is pretty small. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop up the old-fashioned oats and level it off. And that's going to go in here. So that much. Next, I'm going to put in my chia seeds. If you do chia seeds, just remember that these need to soak overnight, or at least for 2 to 3 hours is best. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon or a teaspoon of chia seeds. Perfect. Close this up. And now for whatever liquid that you choose, you're going to double however much of the dry ingredients that you put in. So I put in 1/4 of a cup of oats. So I'm going to do 2/4 or 1/2 math. So we're going to go 1 and 2. And that should be perfect. Now for my sweetener of choice, I'm going to choose agave. So this is the agave that I'm choosing. And then this is just up to your personal preference. I'm just going to put about, I'm not going to measure this one. I think that's good. I think that's good. And now I'm going to give this a little mix first before I move on to my next step. It's not really necessary. Everything kind of mixes together once you put it in the fridge. But it's just something that I like to do. Okay, perfect. And now for your like toppings, like these kinds of toppings, you can put it in the morning if you like, or you can just throw it all in and eat it. That's kind of just how I do it. I find that it's easiest. So I'm going to go ahead. I have some bananas. I'm just going to scoop in there. Just kind of put them all over. And my strawberries. Just going to spoon them in there. Oh, my container might overflow. No, okay, perfect. So I put my bananas and my strawberries. And that's it, really. Now I'm just gonna put my lid on top. Hopefully this closes. Oh, okay, perfect. So there it is. There are my overnight oats. Now, all I have to do is put this in the fridge and literally just go to sleep and wait overnight in the morning for my oats. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. So while this is technically overnight oats, you can definitely just do it day of. The only thing with that is that you want to make sure you have at least 3 to 4 hours before you have to eat it, because you want to make sure that the water soaks through those oats properly so that when you eat it, you're not eating raw oats. But overnight really works best because everything incorporates really nicely. And I just find that it tastes better the longer that it sits. And that's all there really is to it. Such a simple and easy way to make sure that we're keeping our bodies and our minds fed. So just as a quick recap, we went over the products that you would need, how to make the overnight oats, and finally how to store the overnight oats. And that's all there really is to it. I want to thank you all for watching my demonstration. I hope that everybody learned something new and that you never go another morning with an empty stomach.